Welcome to day 349 of the New Way. Last time we were looking at an incident where Jesus has appeared to two of his followers who did not recognize him. He is busy teaching them the messianic prophecies from Genesis to Malachi. I'll read Luke 24, 28 through 35. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going further. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening. The day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. It was customary hospitality to invite strangers into your home for a meal or to spend the night, since there were no restaurants or hotels in most small towns. As Jesus broke the bread and thanked God for it, the scripture says that their eyes were opened. What do you think that meant? I think it meant just what it says. I think they finally recognized him as he prayed over the food and then began to pass it out to them. How many times had they seen him do this during the past 3 years? Let's see, 365 days times 3 years times at least 2 times a day. Yeah, a lot. What happened when they recognized him? Did I not say he had a resurrected body that was supernatural? I believe our new bodies will be able to teleport, except we won't need a machine to do it. The two followers who had just walked 7 miles to Emmaus returned to Jerusalem. They didn't have cell phones or internet, so I believe they ran most of the way. They ran back to the upper room where they had been with the group of followers earlier that evening. Who do you hurry to tell when you have great news? The best news I've ever heard is that my sins could be forgiven and I could be in a right relationship with Jesus. Who would you like to share that news with? Now, I don't want you to miss what the disciples were talking about when these two came into the room. I'll reread Luke 24:34. "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Everyone was talking about Simon Peter meeting with Jesus. Now, we don't have a recording of that event. How I wish we did. Did Jesus and Peter talk about Peter's denial? We don't know, but we know that Simon saw Jesus on that Easter Sunday. We don't know how many other people saw him that also wasn't recorded. We'll continue this episode in Jesus' life next time. In his service, Dale.